Good afternoon, Master Tanaka. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Elena friend. I am Master Jesus and I'm here to bring some guidance. Many of you, when you are inside your daily life, are not observing yourself. You start to interpret that everything that's happening in the outside world is real, and through this interpretation, you start to live this outside world. But what you must understand, everything that is expressing itself in the outer world is the concept you have of yourself. So we always put that what you believe you are in what you get to experience. That's why when you want to generate a change in your life, then you must evaluate this concept that you have of yourself, and through this observation, put an orientation to your being. Because when you are observing yourself, there is no judgment, there is no comparison. So you are just looking at yourself. You are observing the way you think. You are observing all your feelings. You are observing the way you act. So, what you are understanding is how you are expressing yourself here on the incarnate plane. So, through that understanding, is that you will even understand how all these results are generated in your being. You will understand that the outer world brings no influence. The influence that does happen is that which you allow. The influence that does happen is that which you allow. That is why you will come to understand that what is happening within your day to day life is a cycle of permissions that is often inappropriate. What is always said, you all live in cycles. You may not be having that perception because that cycle is not being understood, because you are not looking at yourselves. Then you don't have an observation of this complete cycle. You are observing it as if it was in parts, and through these parts, you are not generating self understanding. But what is always necessary, we always put it that when you are in a process of self doctrination, you are always aware of you. You are always aware of everything that you are self guiding. That's why it is said that even this day that you say is 24 hours, this day is also a cycle. So when you are in your daily routine, what you will observe that this daily routine is a cycle, and since it is a cycle, you, through your thinking and feeling, can orient it and make this cycle a cycle of understanding. It is a cycle of even we put of looking at you and observing that everything that you are generating in your being has an interpretation. But even though this is still within interpretation, it is necessary for you to allow yourself this factor, because the more you generate allowances for your being, then within those allowances you are allowing yourself to have experiences. You are opening yourself up to your own learning. So, this cycle, which previously was only problems as you put it here, what you will come to observe that now all of this you are establishing within what you say is your desire. So we say that your everyday life has become a cycle of learning. You have all come to experience yourselves in a more understanding way. You have all opened yourself up to this self experience become true to you. You are no longer generating conditioning. You are no longer placing demands on yourself. So this is necessary to be observed because you all live cycles of demands and you are not understanding in this way. You are just hiding it from your own being, and through this no perception, you are generating for yourself let's put it a conditioned way that is not your truth. That's why when you begin to understand what this process of living is, and you allow yourself to look at yourselves more and more, to generate more and more self permission, then within that self permission, we say that the cycle regenerates itself. The cycle renews itself and becomes a process of self knowledge. With these guidelines, I say goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.